and finish up with the spine corrector series here. So to get started, we're just gonna go over the anatomy real quick. You have the step, the well, barrel, the apex, the short ribs, and long ribs. For somebody who's longer or who has a longer torso, you can use a blueberry to give them a little bit more length. And then for somebody who has less flexibility, like beginner level flexibility, you're gonna go ahead and have them be seated here. It just gives like a wider angle for their back to arch. It's a little bit more accessible. Right here would be somebody who has medium flexibility. They'd be sitting here. And then for somebody who has really advanced or extreme flexibility, like somebody who does yoga, you can actually take this step off, you just press it out while you pull this up, and then they can sit on the floor and you can see it's a much harsher angle. So we're gonna go ahead and get started here with Angela. I'm gonna go ahead and have Angela sit her butt down into the well here. Go ahead and place your feet like hip width apart, feet are flat down on the ground. I want you to stack your spine nice and tall. Hips and pelvis are in neutral. Spine and pelvis in neutral, not the hips. You're gonna reach those arms out in front, roll the shoulder blades down and back, and then I want you to scoop the core like into a C curve. Yeah, really scoop that core. You're gonna reach your arms forward for flexion. Nice big inhale and exhale. We're gonna roll back one vertebrae at a time. Your head is last. Come down, articulating over that barrel. Go ahead and reach those arms out to the side and then back in full extension. Perfect, and then come back up. Bring that chin to the chest as you reach forward. Perfect, and then we're gonna go back again. So we scoop the core back down, rolling back over one vertebrae at a time. Draw those arms out to the side and up. Reaching out in full extension. We bring the arms forward, bring that chin down to the chest as we reach back forward in forward flexion. Beautiful, go ahead and come back up into a stacked spine. We're gonna turn and face towards the front of the studio here. I want you to go ahead and have your shins be parallel with the front and the side of that step. You're gonna sit nice and tall, strong core, squeeze in those abs. Right hand goes in the front of the barrel here. Left arm is extended out to the side. Your gaze is gonna follow your hand. So like wringing out a towel, you're gonna squeeze in that core. You're gonna twist, keeping your hips facing forward. You're gonna twist your core. Coming to the side here, gaze is following that hand. Now you're gonna reach forward in forward flexion. Perfect, now come back up. Stacked spine, come back, bring that hand back to that start position. Beautiful. Now we're gonna go ahead and go into obliques with flexion. So you're gonna stay in that like Z-sit formation here. Elbows are gonna go out to the side. Fingertips are gonna be on that forehead here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna sit nice and tall. Again, squeezing that core, we're wringing out that towel. Now we're twisting to the side. And then we're gonna go into forward flexion. So we press those hands down like the barrel, and then go down like a push-up position. Perfect, then press back up to a stacked spine. Elbows out to the side, and then we come back to center. We twist the other way, and now we go into forward flexion, and we reach forward, get that nice curve, perfect. Squeeze those obliques, come back to center. Perfect. Now we're gonna go ahead and move into prone. So I'm gonna have her we're gonna go into prone with extension here. I'm gonna go ahead and have you place your pubic bone, like right here on the top of the apex. And I'm gonna be supporting her here. She's gonna have her toes flexed. I'm gonna hold down her feet for support. And what I want you to really do is squeeze those abs. I want you to get your core nice and strong. Go ahead and bring your body up into like a neutral position. So I want your spine neutral, pelvis neutral. And then elbows are out to the side. And then nice big inhale and exhale. You're gonna keep that core nice and strong, keep that spine neutral. You're gonna go into back extension. So you're gonna lift up through the chest, head stays in line with neck and shoulders, reaching back. Perfect, and go back down. And then again, coming back up, you're going nice and strong. You keep that spine nice and strong. And now we're twisting to the right, just through the hips. Perfect, keeping those hips nice and planted. And then twisting to the left, wringing out that towel. Again, that image, wringing it out. Come back to center, and then we go back down. Perfect. We're gonna go ahead now and, let's see here. We're gonna go and do the poor growth rotation for the other side. So you're gonna face towards the back. Again, that Z sit with the your shins being parallel. You're gonna have your palm be down on the front of that barrel. Right hand's extended out to the side. And again, like wringing out a towel, you're gonna squeeze in that core, nice stacked spine here. You're gonna twist, your gaze is following your hand. You're reaching over here. By the time you get here, you're gonna reach forward, squeeze in those abs, reaching forward in forward flexion. Come back to a stacked spine, and then go back to start. Reach that arm back out to the side. Beautiful. Now we're gonna go ahead and do obliques with flexion. Elbows out to the side, fingertips are on the forehead. And again, we're getting nice and tall here, squeezing that core. We're twisting to the side, twisting over the mirror. Now we're going forward in that forward flexion. Beautiful. Come back up to a stacked spine. We're going back to center, twist to the other side, and we squeeze forward in that forward flexion. Beautiful. Come back up, and then back to center. We're gonna go ahead now and go into our inversions. So what I'm gonna have her do is sit her butt on the top of the barrel here. And then she's gonna place her hands on the side. She's gonna gently walk herself back. I'm gonna just guide her down. And then I want like the bottom of your shoulder blades to be on the floor. So like base of shoulders are gonna be on the floor here. Because we want our hips to be right about the top of the apex. And then I want you to really squeeze in your core. Get a nice strong spine here. Our spine and pelvis is in neutral. You're gonna draw your legs up into tabletop. Her hands are holding these short ribs on the side here for support. And then go ahead and flex those toes back for me. We're gonna go into a lower in lift. So I'm gonna have her extend her legs up towards the ceiling, really pull in those lower abs to stabilize your spine here. Shoulder blades roll down and back. On exhale, we're gonna lower the legs just a little bit, and then we lift back up. We're keeping in mind her range of motion here. I want her to keep her spine in a neutral position, so we're not seeing that arch or imprint onto the spine corrector here. Perfect, come all the way up. And then now we're gonna go ahead and do like leg circles. So she's just gonna abduct and adduct the legs out to the side. Perfect, drawing those circles, keeping that spine nice and neutral, squeeze in that core. Perfect. All in one more. And then we're gonna switch directions. So go back, reverse those circles, keeping that core nice and strong. Beautiful. Keep going. One more. You're doing a great job. Last one. And then to get out, so go ahead and bring your legs back to tabletop. To get out, she's just gonna go ahead and shimmy herself down by pressing that spine corrector away from her. And then we are all done.